welcome to today's exciting announcement. I'm Tennille Butler, a PhD candidate in chemistry here at the University of Calgary, and today I have the privilege on International Women's Day to welcome the Honourable Minister of Advanced Education, Rajan Sawhney. Now, before inviting her to speak and share today's exciting news, I would like to begin by honouring the Indigenous peoples of this land. The University of Calgary, located in the heart of southern Alberta, both acknowledges and pays tribute to the traditional territories of the people of the Treaty 7, which include the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprised of the Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai First Nations, the Tsuut'ina First Nations, and Stoney Nakoda, including Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Goodstoney First Nations. The City of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, District 5 and 6. The University of Calgary is situated on land where the Bow River meets the Elbow River, a site traditionally known as Mohkinstsis to the Blackfoot, Wachitsba to the Stoney Nakoda, and Gutsitsi to the Tsuut'ina. On this land and in this place, we strive to learn together, walk together, and grow together in a good way. Today we have three speakers: the Honourable Rajan Sawhney, Dr. Ed McCauley, the President of the University of Calgary, and Dr. Kristen Bates, the Dean of the Faculty of Science. Together, they will share a vision about how the power of science will drive Alberta's bright, prosperous future. I would now like to invite the Minister to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you, Tennille, for that introduction. What a wonderful day to be here on campus at the University of Calgary. Good morning, everyone. I also want to acknowledge my colleague, MLA Eric Bouchard, who is the MLA for Calgary Lougheed. He's joining us today. I am always pleased to be at my alma mater at the University of Calgary, especially today. Thank you once again, Dr. McCauley and Dr. Bates, for hosting us for this very exciting announcement. I would also like to acknowledge that today is International Women's Day, and I'm always delighted to be in the company of the many accomplished women who teach, study, work, and conduct research at the University of Calgary. Days like today highlight how fundamental post-secondary education has always been to making women's lives better, and also how post-secondary education continues to play that crucial role. Last September, I was here to announce that Alberta's government was contributing $5 million in planning funding for the new multidisciplinary science hub here at the University of Calgary. Building on that, I have the honor today to officially announce that Budget 2024 will invest $55 million over the next 3 years to build a new multidisciplinary science hub. Yes. Thank you. Definitely something to cheer for. The new building will serve as a primary research, collaboration, and multidisciplinary center for the Faculty of Science, the university's second largest faculty. The hub will house research laboratories, greenhouses, state-of-the-art instrumentation, laboratory support spaces, and workspace for researchers, graduate students, postdoctoral fellows, and other trainees. Alberta needs more people trained in STEM careers, science, technology, engineering, and math, and the new hub will help at least 2,000 more students each year get the training they need, right here in Alberta. The new building will be designed to allow for future growth and will be a component of the university's science district. This will create new opportunities for scientific research and collaboration with partners in government, industry, and society that will benefit Alberta, Canada, and the entire world. Alberta's government will make an investment of $55 million starting in the 2025-26 budget year. And with the university contributing the funding for the first year of construction, we will see shovels in the ground for the multidisciplinary science hub very soon. This investment and the others in Budget 2024 recognize the crucial role post-secondary institutions play in meeting the needs of our economy. Our future relies on Albertans with the skills, knowledge, and competencies to take on the challenges we face. Our post-secondary institutions are the doorway to that future. Funding for the Multidisciplinary Hub is just one of the targeted investments we are making to increase seats in high-demand programs that support priority industry sectors as we continue to work with industry to better forecast the needs of tomorrow. We are making these investments here in Calgary and in communities throughout the province to ensure that students can learn in exceptional facilities close to home. Advanced Education is proud to work with the University of Calgary to ensure that Alberta students can make the most of the remarkable opportunities here and keep Alberta moving forward. I look forward to seeing the new multidisciplinary hub take shape and all of the wonderful possibilities that it will hold in just a few years' time. Thank you very much to all of you for being here today.
Thank you so much for that incredible announcement, Minister. I would now like to invite Dr. Ed McCauley up to the podium.
Thanks, Tennille, and good morning, everybody. There are so many distinguished guests to acknowledge, but it is really great to see our Chancellor here, John Cornish. Welcome, John. Our Board Chair, Mark Herman, along with other members of our board, Will O'Young, Karen Gaslin, and Nancy Foster is also here. Also, the President of our Students' Union, Shaz Marcet, is here. Thank you so much for joining us. And I would also like to welcome Eric Bouchard, MLA for Calgary-Lougheed. And I'd like to welcome back to our campus one of our distinguished alumni, Minister Sawhney, and it is especially important to see you here today on International Women's Day. And on behalf of the entire university community, we couldn't be happier to see you and also hear about the new announcement. We're delighted to have you here today and every day when you're bringing such great news. We are incredibly grateful to the Government of Alberta for their support and confidence in the University of Calgary and in the value of science, in discovery, in improving the world around us, and in continuing to grow our economy. Science underpins so many sectors of the Alberta economy. There are obvious ones like energy, agriculture, or health sciences, but there are also less obvious ones like secure communications, cybersecurity, and financial transactions. Think new approaches, new algorithms for understanding markets or complex systems. Alberta and Calgary need new ideas and new approaches that can support the economy so we can be ahead of tomorrow. And to do that, we need people, talented people, students, faculty, and staff who are going to create those new ideas that will enable Calgary to prosper well into the future and improve our quality of life. The University of Calgary has historically produced those people and ideas, but many Albertans have no idea of the impact that our scholars and students have had, and we're going to change that narrative. Few people know that every time you hail a rideshare, that company was founded by a UCalgary science alum. Or when stem cells are used as therapeutics around the world, this is based on fundamental discoveries made by a UCalgary science alum. Or the computing power on every desktop and every cell phone, again, unlocked by a computer program created by a University of Calgary science alum, Java. Calgary's economy and Alberta's economy are powered by science. Whether it's a new startup company, and no university in Canada produces more startups than the University of Calgary, or established companies that choose the University of Calgary and Calgary as their base, like Emphasis and quantum computing, or whether it's finding new energy reserves, inventing new ways to access them, or storing emissions safely underground. In a recent speech by the Premier, she acknowledged that the vast reservoirs in Alberta that could store carbon. Guess who helped characterize those reservoirs? Geologists and geophysicists from the University of Calgary. No wonder the vast majority of UCalgary science graduates work in jobs that use the skills they acquire here. But we could only accept 14% of all applicants in the Faculty of Science last year, compared to an overall acceptance rate of 88%. And that's going to change now, thanks to the government's initial investment. One that will allow us to expand our capacity in science, producing Alberta-trained graduates our economy needs today and will need more of tomorrow. The new multidisciplinary science hub, as the Minister mentioned, will allow us to accommodate at least 2,000 more students each year, nurturing their skills and entrepreneurial spirit to use in areas like computer science, energy, agriculture innovation, biotech, aerospace, and quantum science. And because we are indeed a place to start something, to create even more startups with even more jobs and economic diversification. Indeed, the new Science Hub won't just expand our research and innovation capacity, it will help supercharge Alberta's research and innovation sectors for generations to come, improving the world around us, making it more prosperous, as great research universities have always done. And the University of Calgary is so grateful for the government's support. And we are humbled by the confidence the government has placed in us, and eager, so very eager, to begin the construction. Thank you again, Minister Sawhney, for helping the University of Calgary to continue to activate ahead of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McCauley. Now, last but certainly not least, Dr. Kristen Bates, the Dean of the Faculty of Science.
Thank you. I don't know if I can follow Ed after that, but we're going to try. So, 2 years ago, I came here from Ottawa to be Dean of Science. And people always ask me, why did you come? Why did you come to Calgary? Now, on International Women's Day, I'm going to tell you the number one reason I came was because we have so many female deans compared to any other university in Canada. It's pretty rocking. And I just got to point out, female deans get stuff done. But the real reason, well, the other reason, was because, and I truly believe this, unlike any other province in Canada, Alberta and Calgary's past, present, and future success stems from science. Alberta is a province that science built. Science is at the heart of the Alberta advantage, and it continues to be the key to our future success. With today's visionary investment, the government is enabling us to grow that science advantage more than ever before. Calgary is already a top 5 research institution in Canada, and the Faculty of Science has done amazing research. But our capacity to grow, honestly, is limited. But now we will have science facilities to not just match our reputation, but to catapult us to new heights. The world's biggest problems, like food security, antibiotic resistance, can no longer be solved by a single researcher sitting in a lab working alone. COVID taught us that it's only through teams that we get to answers quickly, fast, and effectively. And so the questions of tomorrow will only be answered by diverse groups of scientists from different disciplines. And this is what the Science Hub is all about. It will be built around innovation neighborhoods that will bring together researchers, students, and industry together to answer the big questions. It is designed to drive collaborations, multidisciplinary research, knowing that today's best science can only be done by teams. It is designed with embedded incubator space to allow startups, to ensure our discoveries quickly move from bench to market to grow Canada's economy. Space to work side by side with industry partners to solve challenges with science and grow Alberta's economy. And also in the spirit of International Women's Day, the Science Hub will be designed to be fully accessible and inclusive, to offer everyone more opportunities in science and technology careers. We are working with our Indigenous partners to embed traditional ways of knowing into this building. And over the next decade, Calgary will be the epicenter of economic growth in Alberta. This new hub will give us the capacity to train our students differently to secure Alberta's STEM talent pipeline, to equip them with workplace-ready skills so they can immediately hit the ground running and impact our industries and our economy. This game-changing investment will enable us to welcome more students through our doors, to attract and retain more talent for Alberta's long-term success. This is an investment in Alberta's future. But it is also an investment in people. As many of you know, I spend a lot of time in hockey arenas all over the city with teenage girls and their parents. And the number one thing they tell me, and they're deeply worried about their children getting education. They want their children to get education in science because science provides opportunities unlike anything else. And yet, we just don't have the capacity to give everybody world-changing opportunities. And this investment will not just drive discovery and innovation in the economy, it will open up science education to thousands of more students a year. We are providing them a gift of science education. So on behalf of everybody at University of Calgary, and especially the Faculty of Science, we are so grateful for this game-changing financial support. We can't wait to show the world what we're going to do with this money and the amazing things we're going to be able to accomplish right here in Calgary. We will be Alberta's science advantage. So a big thank you from the Faculty of Science, because this is going to be an amazing journey together, because we know how to get science done. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bates. All of us here at the University of Calgary are beyond excited for what this future holds. And this brings us to the conclusion of the announcement. So we now have a few minutes for questions from our media colleagues.
Thank you very much. We are ready to begin the question and answer segment of today's. Journalists will have the opportunity to ask an opening question and a follow-up question. We will start with journalists in the room before moving to the phones. Please begin by stating your name, outlet, and who your question is directed toward. Thank you. Can we please have our first question from the floor?
That will be me. Edith Boisvert, Radio-Canada. My question, sorry, it's a bit higher. My question is more for maybe the director of the science section of it. I'm wondering how the money, because all the money that was announced today is about the construction of this hub. How will it drive research? How will it improve all the discovery the university could do?
Yeah, that's a great question. So this building will have 7 floors of research space, and they will be designed very differently than any research space presently, I'd say, anywhere in Canada. So it will allow us to expand our graduate students and our postdocs to do research, because quite frankly, you need space. You need top-of-the-line facilities in order to do research, and that is the one way it's going to happen. We're going to now be able to hire more professors, attract the best of the best graduate students to this province. And it's important to note, once they come to the province, most of them stay here. So this really drives our economy.
Yeah, but how will it attract grant? Because research, you need money to put it into.
Yeah, I think having the best of the best here, we do bring in tons of grant money. Having collaborations as transdisciplinary teams, so no longer chasing after an individual grant for a single researcher, but building strong teams of researcher. That allows us access to large grants like CFI's, Genome Canada's, NFRF's. This will drive, we already have phenomenal success in our research funding. This is going to catapult us to new levels.
Thank you very much. Seeing no more journalists in the room, I will go to the phones. Operator, please put through the first caller. Hearing there are no callers, I think we can conclude today's announcement. Thank you very much.
Wow.